Hello, my name is Kara Lancy and I'm a student at Aspen University, and today I'm doing a video for play and learning in the preschool for the preschool child, ECE 400. In this video I'll be talking about play and several different categories of play. The first one is actually integrating both indoor and outdoor play. This is actually one of my favorite topics. I very much enjoy nature and what you can learn from nature, and pride myself at bringing nature into the classroom. Some of the ways that I do this is I love going on nature walks with the kids and having them pick out different items, and then when you get back into the classroom you can sort them, you can chart them, you can categorize them, you can make art with the objects that you find on your nature walk. There's lots of different things you can do. You can also do planting inside of the classroom. I love having different plants. I love to be able to have the kids actually be able to plant their own seeds and grow their own items. You can also use fish, pets in general, lizards, snakes, bunnies, hamsters, depending on what you're into for a pet. But that is one way that I really like to integrate nature into the classroom. Another thing that I like to do for outdoor is to take some of the more fine motor activities that you wouldn't think of being outside, such as art, puzzles, music, and pretty much any activity you can do inside, you can actually take this stuff and add it outside as well, especially when the weather is really nice. So that is some of the ways that I like to integrate both indoor and outdoor play with each other. When it comes to school age, starting off at the very young age in kindergarten, you can see that there's actually still a lot of interest areas. Yes, there is the tables and the sit down and the focus time for children to really, focus their energy in learning, but there is also centers, which is great. Well, as each age and grade goes higher, there's less and less of this, to where pretty much all of the outdoor or all the play is actually done outdoors on the playground or in the PE and physical education, or even in music class or art class is when there's more play or creativity. When it comes to creating a play environment, the first thing that you need to think about is safety. Safety is the first thing that you need to think about in any type of environment. You need to make sure that the materials you're using are both safety and age appropriate, that they are not going to be choking on the items if they're too young, or if there's shelves and other furniture related stuff, that it is well taken care of. There's not the sharp edges. The shelves are not going to fall on top of the children. So that is the first case in anything that you do in creating a play environment, is to make sure it's safe and appropriate for the children. Also, when picking out developmentally appropriate items, you need to make sure that you do have a wide range depending on the age of your children in your classroom and what they are trying to accomplish in their development. So, for instance, puzzles, which I know I mentioned before, there needs to be different varieties from, linking puzzles to peg puzzles and things, depending on what your needs are for your children in the specific classroom. When it comes to materials in general, you need to make sure that there is a wide range of materials, at the same time not making it overwhelming. For example, if you have 17 children in your classroom, again using puzzles as an example, you should have enough for every child to have a puzzle at the same time, and then have one or two extras so a child always has a choice in which puzzle they are choosing. You want to be careful, because if you go over the amount of materials, it can sometimes be overwhelming for kids. If there's too much clutter and too much in a classroom, that can really deter the play environment. When it comes to creating specialized play environments, the place you see this the most often is in home living. And I made a whole list because there's just so many different specialized play learning centers that you can create. From grocery store to pet shop to doctor's office and flower shop, restaurant, camping. And one of my favorite ones to do is actually generated because in our area we actually have a whole bunch of apple orchards. So every year in the fall, because that's when apple time is here, I actually like to create an apple orchard in the classroom. And it comes with Velcro apples that the kids can actually pick off the wall, and with baskets for them to collect them, and than someone to ring up the, you know, purchase of the apples and stuff. And the biggest part of all of this is you need to make sure that it's keeping the child's interest. And no matter if it's just a plain or regular creating of a play interest area, or if it's creating a specialized, you need to make sure it's something that would be of interest of the kids, because if they have no interest in playing in those areas, they won't want to be in them. So that is the biggest things for me, is that it's developmentally appropriate, safe, interesting, and that they enjoy it. So with that said, I hope that you enjoyed this video on play, and thank you for your time.